morning. Looks like Proctor's going to change jerseys here. We're wearing green, but so is Greenway. So rails are going to change into white here quick before we get going. And yes, we play Greenway again. This is for third place of the Thomasoni tournament in Hibbing. The rails complete the conversion, so we can hopefully get started here shortly. Dunbar on the face-off for Proctor. Move that over to Simonson. Simonson chips it up to Dunbar. It's past Dunbar. Greenway will take it over and circle back through their zone. Have an icing call there on Greenway. If I'm remembering it correctly, I think this is the game where the referee told us we couldn't bang on the boards, so I don't know if that will happen again, but... Nimmons will chip that back down low. Greenway will drop it. Simonson will pick it up, carry out of the zone, dump back in. Simonson picks that off as Greenway crosses the blue line. He'll dump that behind the Greenway net. They're met by Radzak. He'll block that attempt to send it up the boards. Radzak tries to center, no rails out front, however. So Greenway will pick it up in front of the net. They're met over along the boards by Burke. Burke chips it down to Simonson. He is pinned against the boards with 2 or 3 Greenway players around him. Tries to center that over to Brzezinski. Greenway will pick that off. Radzak blocks another clearance shot there by Greenway. They'll pick it up. They'll get it into the neutral zone. Simonson will pick it up about center ice. Tips it off to Burke. Burke has pressure as he moves in front of the rails net. Burke will lob that up ice to Radzak. Radzak gets a shot from out near the blue line. That'll be gloved by the Greenway goaltender. On the face-off for Proctor, moves it over to the corner. Greenway picks it up, sends it along behind their net. Try to send that up and out. It'll be held in by Burke. Burke gets a shot that's wide of the net. Radzak will circle back before the puck crosses the blue line. Chips out along the boards. Greenway will chip it back up and out. Burke struggles to get control of the puck over along the boards, and we'll have a rails offsides call. Johnson on the face-off, flanked by Welty and Fish. Got Nimmons and Kaderlich on defense. They really like this song. Okay, they got it off now. Greenway is going to get past Nimmons as he tries to pin that along the boards. They'll get a shot deflected by McGowan. Greenway will pick that one up middle of their zone. Try to send that cross ice. That's grabbed by Welty. He'll drop it and carry in. Welty drops it off for Fish. Fish gets a shot, hits a body. Kaderlich will hold it in. Kaderlich looking to chip it over to the boards to the rails. It'll be intercepted by Greenway. Greenway will carry. Nimmons gets a stick on that one. Breaks up the charge. Nimmons will send that along the boards. He's looking for Fish. That gets past Fish. Greenway's going to pick it up in the neutral zone. They'll send that cross ice. Nimmons along the boards behind the net. That'll get up and out. Johnson will get a stick on that. Johnson will carry in. He can't quite get a shot there. He's got a lot of pressure. Centering attempt or shot attempt hits the side of the net. Johnson to the corner. Be held in there by Burke. Burke flips that on net. Knocked down by Greenway out front. Welty gets a stick on that. Knocks it down. Talarico behind the net. There's 3 Greenway players on him. Burke will hold that in, send it down lower to Talarico. Talarico along the boards. He's bodied off of the puck there. Dunbar steps in and helps. Simonson comes in for the puck at the middle of the zone there. Knocks it to the corner. Dunbar along the boards. He's going to circle around. Tries to move it over to Olsen. He hits Greenway's skate. He's knocked up and out of the zone. Dunbar will send it over to Burke. Burke back to Dunbar center ice. Dunbar will carry in. Got multiple Greenway players on him. Turns, makes a shot, hits the side of the net. Talarico's hit behind the net there. Olsen gets in, gets a stick on it, trying to get control. Ooh, Olsen is tripped up. No call coming on that one. Greenway will carry up along the boards. It'll be poked away by Simonson. Talarico along the boards. We're going to have an offsides call there on Greenway. So you can plan ahead. I think that they'll zam after the first period. They'll have to. There's 2 periods of the... they zammed after the first period of the prior... After the second period of the prior game. So they're not going to go 4 periods without zamming. Kaderlich behind the net chases, center by Greenway. They can't get a shot off. Dunbar will pick it up, pass it up to Radzak. Radzak has that poked off of his stick as he crosses the blue line. Greenway will chip it out of there. Brzezinski will send it over to Kaderlich. Kaderlich tries to send cross ice. He hits the Greenway player. The Greenway's going to hold it in, chip it towards the net. Knocked away by Nimmons. Dunbar will send that back to Radzak. Radzak back to Dunbar. Dunbar will dump it into the zone from the neutral zone. Brzezinski gets a stick on that, breaks it up. Greenway will pick it back up, however. We're going to go cross ice here again. That's broken up by Fish. Brzezinski, I don't know if he's hit or tripped or what on the side, but he's down. Fish walks in, gets a shot. Welty's going to pick up the rebound. Welty sends out wide of the net. Chipped back down to the corner by Kaderlich. Fish will get there behind the net. It's taken away from him by Greenway. He'll chip that up around Welty. Johnson puts on some pressure. Back check by Johnson. Will force a turnover to Nimmons. Nimmons will send it up to Welty. Welty will walk in. Welty bodied. Welty centers across, nobody there. Greenway will pick it up. They move it up to center ice. That's turned over to Olsen. Olsen flips it up and out. We'll have a rails icing call on that. Dunbar will take the face off here for Proctor. He's got Tallarico and Simonson with him, along with Burke and Olsen on defense. Greenway will send that off in the face off wide of the net. Greenway will chip that along the boards back down to the corner, picked up by Nimmons. Oh, sorry, that's Burke. Burke sends it up the boards. Greenway will pick it up again, get a shot off. That's wide of the net. Burke behind the net. He's bodied off of the puck. Dunbar will get to the corner. Dunbar chips it up. He's looking for Tallarico, intercepted by Greenway. Greenway will send it back behind the rails net. No YouTube. Olsen behind the net, chips that over to the corner. Simonson will get there. He flips it up to Greenway. Greenway's going to walk back in. They're going to get a shot. That's wide of the net. They're pushed to the side by Tallarico. Tallarico up to Dunbar. Dunbar looking cross ice for Simonson. He's a step behind that. Greenway will send that back up out of the zone. We'll have an icing call coming here. Brzezinski will take the face off here for Proctor. He's got Dunbar and Radzak on the wings, Katerlik and Nimmons on defense. Brzezinski will send that to the corner. Greenway will pick it up, move it behind their net. Up the boards, they'll go across. They're looking for center ice here, broken up by Brzezinski. He'll dump that into the zone. Greenway will get that first. Radzak grabs it behind the net. Radzak out front to Brzezinski for a goal. Radzak circled right behind the net, sent it right out front to Brzezinski, undefended. That'll give the Rails a lead here. Beautiful center by Dean there. Very nice. Green is fired up. You see they changed jerseys at the start of the game? We had green on. That's flipped up out of play. Superstition, maybe? Them? I think they were wearing white when we won. Brzezinski on the face-off there. Katerlik will pick it up. He'll send that behind the rails net. Greenway will get there, send it back to the corner. Greenway comes away from the corner with it. Shot from the center of the circle, hits some traffic. Deflects behind the net. That hit Bennett? Oh. Block shot by Brzezinski, I guess. Shot on net. McGowan will cover that one up. Good block, B! Johnson on the face-off there. It'll be sent up to the defender. For Greenway, they get a shot out. That hits some traffic, deflects wide of the net. Burke to the corner. He looks to flip that up to Welty. Welty will pick it up along the boards. Welty has pressure. He uses the boards to chip that around the Greenway player. Greenway's going to move that behind their net. Cross ice pass gets past Fish. Nice job trying to knock that down. Official pressure in the corner makes Greenway send it behind the net. Burke in the corner. Reverses course. The Greenway player steps in. He takes that before Olsen can get his stick on it. Burke will send that back around the other side to Welty. It's going to get past Welty. Johnson will step in, pick it up, poked off of Johnson's stick. Center by Greenway. That gets on net. Saved by McGowan. New player clears Johnson, chips that towards the net. Olsen will knock that down to the side. Welty will come away with that. He's got Fish with him. Welty clears one defender. Welty takes a shot. It's up over the net. Fish will send that back to the corner. Greenway sends that up and out of the zone as the rails are in a partial line change here. They'll be poked back out of the zone by Nimmons. Simonson carries up the boards. Simonson looks to center to Dunbar. That's broken up. This kid's gonna shoot, always does. Gets that on point. Ooh, McGowan sends that right back out front. Catterlick picks it up. Thankfully maintained control of it. Moving back towards the rails net there. I think they can always expect number 16 to shoot from up near the blue line. Catterlick sends it to Tallarico. Tallarico pressured. Turns it over to Greenway. Catterlick will carry through, knocks the puck back up to Tallarico. Tallarico will dump to the corner. Knocked away by Simonson back towards the Greenway net, but Greenway will pick it up. They'll circle back around. They're going to stretch it here. Far in front of the Greenway player. Catterlick will get there. Catterlick going to carry up and over the blue line through the neutral zone. Catterlick dumps it to the corner. Centering pass by Greenway, they'll knock that down. Rails knock it away. Greenway's gonna get there first though. Rails need to hustle here. Catterlick will get there, chipping up the boards, held in by Greenway. They're gonna get a shot from out near the blue line. Deflection by Catterlick up into the corner. Nimmons behind the net, chips it around the Greenway player. See if Simonson gets there. Simonson carries over the blue line. Simonson and Dunbar move into the zone. Simonson centers to Dunbar. Dunbar clears the defender, chips it with the rebound. Yes! Radzak follows it up and will sink it off of the Dunbar rebound from Simonson. Sorry, I got excited. Way to get in there, Dan! Brzezinski will take the face-off here for Proctor. He's got Radzak and Dunbar. Greenway will come away with it, however. Burke on defense. Greenway will get a shot off. Saved by McGowan. McGowan chips it out front. Brzezinski will pick it up, move it up to Dunbar. Dunbar chips it around the Greenway player, and he's pushed down. Radzak picks it away from the corner. Radzak moves up high. Olsen can't get a stick there to hold it in. Olsen will move it over to Burke. Burke back to Olsen. Olsen cross ice up to Dunbar, who tips it up to Brzezinski. Brzezinski will chip it in. I would chip it like that every time. Just carry it. Greenway centering attempt. Dunbar will pick it up along the boards. Center is back out. Nobody gets there. Not sure anybody expected it to go there. Burke will break that up in front of the net, sends it up to Dunbar. Come on, Cohen. Look where you're putting the buck, buddy. Sorry. Catterlick will stretch over to Burke. That's beyond his stick. Burke will get there, send it out of the zone up to Fish, however. Fish gets a stick on it. Walty pressures. Come on, jeez. Greenway will chip that up into the neutral zone. They'll send that into the Proctor end. Nimmons has control. Nimmons up the boards looking for Welty, intercepted by Greenway. I'll dump that along the boards. Catterlick will get there. Catterlick tries to flip that up. It'll be blocked by the Greenway player. Up the boards. Fish will carry over the blue line. Fish will dump that into the zone. Johnson there for Proctor, along with the Greenway player. Greenway will come away with that, stretch that cross ice. We're going to get past Nimmons. Apparently the Greenway players thought that was a hooking, or coaches thought that was a hooking call. Parents. No call on that though. Welty turns and centers without seeing who's there, and Greenway will take it over. Greenway in a line change, but Catterlick carries back behind the rails net. He'll stretch it up to Johnson. Johnson loses an edge. Johnson get back on sides here. Johnson gets back on sides there. He's scrapping with number 16. Greenway will come away from the boards with that. Simonson gets a stick in his center right out front. Picked up by Tallarico. Nimmons tied him up so they couldn't get a shot off. Tallarico will pick it up, move it out. Dunbar carries in. Dunbar centers out to Tallarico. Lots of traffic out front though. Hits the Greenway player. Simonson, come on Blake. Greenway will carry, they'll dump that into the corner. Rails, let's be quick here guys. Olsen will send it up to Simonson. Simonson cross ice to Dunbar. Broken up by Greenway. They get a shot off that's blocked by Nimmons. Tallarico will pick it up, chip it out of the zone. Nope, that's held in. Olsen chips it up to Tallarico. He gloves it and drops it. Simonson will chip it over to Dunbar. Dunbar has three players on him. He tries to center, broken up by one of the two other Greenway players. Greenway will chip it up. They turn that over to Olsen. Olsen up to Dunbar. Dunbar, it's out of his reach. Greenway will flip it back up out of their zone. Radzak will send it and we'll have an offsides call on Dunbar trying to get out of the zone. Brzezinski will take the face-off here. He's with Radzak and Dunbar. Olsen and Burke on defense. Ooh, Dunbar almost broke that up. Greenway will send it out of the zone. They're going to send that wide of the net. Radzak to the boards. And Olsen to the boards. Greenway will come away with that. They center their shots off the net. Move back up high. Back down low to the circle. They're going to go cross ice here, I think. Oh, they'll get a shot off. Hits traffic out front. Bounces wide of the net, I think. Oh, Brody. I think McGowan gloved that as it was on the side of the net. A little bit of pushing and shoving after, but no calls. Hopefully we can stay clean here. Line change will bring out Fish, Johnson, Welty, Katerlik, and Nimmons. Johnson on the face-off. Greenway player goes down on the face-off. Send it to the corner. Nimmons will send it behind the net to Katerlik. Katerlik up the boards looking for Fish. That'll get up and out of the zone. No icing coming. Good hustle by Fish. Pressure's in the corner. Almost causes a turnover. Greenway will move into the center of the zone. Try to shoot that on net. Knocked away by Katerlik. Katerlik picks it up behind the net. He's going to chip that up the boards. Welty gets there, gets a stick on it, moves it past the Greenway player. Welty blocks that as well. Greenway's going to pick it up, however. They're going to carry back around. That'll be a shot deflected on net to McGowan. We'll cover that one up. Good hustle, Jace! Off the face-off, Dunbar moves it over to Nimmons. Caught up in a lot of traffic. Tallarico chips it up top. That's a shot that goes wide of the net. Tallarico will get there. Sticks taken out of his hands along the boards. And he'll turn over to Greenway. Nimmons gets there. Bodies them off of the puck. Behind the net over to Katerlik. Katerlik up the boards to Tallarico. Tallarico looks to center. Oh, that one gets past the Greenway player. Dunbar's going to pick it up. Dunbar and Simonson. Dunbar moves over to Simonson. Kick save by the Greenway goaltender. Simonson has control in the corner. That'll be the that'll be the buzzer for the end of the first. Rails will end the first period with a 2-0 lead. Shots on goal, Proctor 7, Greenway 8. And they are going to zam here, so a little bit of a break, and we'll be back. 2. Goalies have gone to the wrong net, so we're going to swap. Dunbar will take the face-off here. He's flanked by Simonson and Tallarico. We've got Olsen and Burke on defense. Greenway will send that one deflected to the corner by McGowan. Shot from out to the blue line. That's wide of the net. Center attempt broken up by Dunbar. Tallarico will pick it up. He chips it up and out of the zone. Greenway will send that back down behind the rails net. Olsen will get there first for Proctor. Olsen turns that over to Greenway behind the net. He sent up high for Greenway. They're going to move that down towards the net, hit some traffic. It's deflected. Down right in front of the net, picked up by Dunbar. Dunbar will circle out, carry over the blue line. Dunbar drops it back for Tallarico. Tallarico turns, send it back along the boards. Dunbar picks it up behind the net. Dunbar centers. Heads up, guys. That one's going to get past everybody. It's got to be hard to be paying attention when you're coming off the ice, too. And maybe they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to just get off. That one will be sent behind the rails net. McGowan drops it back for Katerlik. Katerlik needs to move quickly here. Send it up and out of the zone. Be chipped and turned over to Radzak. Radzak will walk in. Radzak moves it over to Brzezinski. Brzezinski sends it right across the crease. Greenway will enter the zone. You get a shot wide. Nimmons will get there, sends it up the boards. That one's going to get past the Greenway player. Radzak will pick it up center ice. Radzak's going to carry past the Greenway player. Radzak moves in. Radzak with the goal. Deke the goaltender there. Beautiful play by Radzak. Attaboy, Dane. Very nice. Brzezinski followed him up for the rebound, but there was none. As Radzak sinks that, put the rails up 3-0. Nimmons chips out up the boards. Greenway's going to come away with it. It'll be sent down with Welty on a hustle here. Icing waved off. Bodied off of the puck by Fish. Greenway will pick it up, however. They'll head back out of their zone. Johnson chasing. Johnson backchecks, pokes that away to the boards. He's sent along the boards. Come on, hustle, boys. And comes away towards the rails net. Katerlik has it right out front of the rails net. Turns the reverse. His course, he'll chip that up out of the zone. Gotta get there a little more quickly. Fish sends that up, looking for Katerlik. That'll get out of the zone. Rails need to get back on sides here. Let's go. Get on, guys. Welty up between the circle and the blue line. That's wide of the net. That one will enter the neutral zone. Katerlik picks it up. Katerlik has that stripped center ice. We're going to have a tripping call. They're going to call Greenway here. So we'll have a face-off down in the Greenway zone. Rails with a one-man advantage for 2 minutes. Going. Jumping up and down. That one gets past Dunbar along the boards. Olsen tries to flip it down. Greenway will strip it. Greenway will chip that one past Olsen. Burke will get there for Proctor. He's got pressure coming from Greenway. Burke carries in front of the rails net. Up to Tallarico. He's going to get turned over to Greenway. Greenway tries to send that back down the zone. Olsen will pick it up. Olsen carries in. Olsen can't get a shot off. He's pushed to the corner. Talarico over to Dunbar. Dunbar to Burke. Burke will walk in. Gets a shot from top of the circle. That's up over the net. That one will clear the zone. Dunbar has pressure. Chips it over to Olsen. Olsen looking cross ice. Simonson moved beyond that. Good pressure by Talarico. Simonson pressures along the boards. Dunbar steps in. He's pushed down from behind. Talarico also along the boards, as is Burke. Burke will send that on net. Rebound. Picked up by Greenway. An icing call coming here on Greenway. "34 seconds left in the Rails power play here. We got Brzezinski, Dunbar, Radzak, with Nimmons and Katerlik on defense. Dunbar is going to take the face-off here. Dunbar moves it over to the boards. Greenway will pick it up. Greenway chips it behind the net. They'll get there first. Send that up the boards. Greenway tries to send that out. Nimmons will hold it in. Nimmons gets a big shot from out near the blue line, just wide of the net. Katerlik will get there. Somebody cover back on D, boys. Brzezinski to the corner. Just 10 seconds left in the Rails power play. Brzezinski looks to center. Katerlik will drop and pick it up. Katerlik bodied off of the puck. Greenway moves it right towards the net. They're going to clear it out. Greenway's back at full strength, so Rails unable to take advantage of the power play there. We will have a icing call here on Greenway, however. So facing back down in the face-off, back down in the Greenway zone. Johnson will draw here for Proctor. He's got Welty and Fish. Nimmons and Katerlik on defense. Puck is moved up to Nimmons. He's going to step in, gets a shot. Blocker saved by the goaltender. Greenway tries to chip that over to their teammate. That gets out of the zone, but Fish will pick it up. Drop it back to Katerlik. Katerlik back up to Fish. Fish will dump it into the zone. Greenway will get to the corner first. Welty gets there, tries to hold it in. He'll knock it out front up to Johnson. Greenway will take that off of Johnson's stick. Greenway will hustle down the ice here. They get a shot. That's deflected by Katerlik. Nimmons picks it up, sends it up the boards. Greenway will chip that. Fish gets a stick on that. Can't quite get it out of the zone. It's going to move back down into the Rails zone, and Greenway will take it over along the boards. Katerlik will strip it. Katerlik will move that along the boards. Greenway will knock it back down to the corner. Shot hits his own teammate in the skate from about 1 foot. Probably hurt. That was number 16. He's got a big shot too. Fish. Down to the corner. Fish gets a shot from within the circle. That's wide in front of the net. Nimmons gets there, sends it back down past Johnson. Greenway will pick it up behind the net. Greenway's going to stretch here. When it gets beyond the Greenway player, McGowan deflects it to the side of the net. Welty will chip that around the Greenway defender. He's going to carry up along the boards. It's poked off of his stick. Welty works to regain control. Moves it down to Johnson. Johnson up to Olsen. Olsen coming in for the one-timer. Couldn't quite get a full stick on it. Great positioning, though. Dunbar behind the net. Carries to the corner, reverses, sends it back to Johnson. Johnson turns it over to Greenway. Dunbar will get a stick on that. Radzak also steps in to help. Oh, that one's going to get out of the zone. Rails didn't see that one coming. Have an offsides call. They think there was a trip over along the boards, but I thought it was his own player, actually, that had his skate caught up. So offsides call, we'll have a face-off right outside of the Greenway zone here. Brzezinski on the face-off, moves it over to the boards. Poke check by Burke. Burke will move it up into the neutral zone. Brzezinski picks it up, carries over. He's going to carry parallel to the red line, dumps it into the zone. That one's going to get past Burke. Brzezinski on the chase along with Greenway. Greenway turns it over to Burke. Come on, boys, get up. Burke will carry over and into the zone. That's poked off a Burke stick. Hopefully somebody's covering D here. Simonson will come away with it. Simonson over to Kaderlich. Kaderlich will send that down into the zone. I guess icing call? Intentional icing call? So we're back down into the rails zone. I think that's a thing. I think an intentional icing is a thing, and they go back to the other. I don't know. No, it's just icing. That's just icing. Intentional offside, maybe. I don't know. Everybody can laugh at me because I don't know what I'm talking about, but I have an iPad, so.
This broadcasting class is really paying off.
Fly ball caught. That's going to be a rails icing here. Kaderlich was setting that up the boards looking for Tallarico, but it's going to get all the way down ice. Not intentional. Dunbar on the face-off here for Proctor. Moves it to the corner. Kaderlich will pick it up, send it back up along the boards. Tallarico gets there. Tallarico tries to send that along the boards, held in by a Greenway body. That one will get out of the zone. It's going to be in the neutral zone. Tallarico hustles. Puts pressure on Greenway. They try to stretch that, hit Simonson's skate. Tallarico will pick it up, drop it back to Kaderlich. Kaderlich bobbles that one, but picks it up, sends it up the boards to Tallarico. Tallarico bobbles that one. Bouncing puck. It happens. Greenway tries to center from behind the net. Dunbar breaks it up. That does center right out front. Loose puck out front. I think it's covered up. McGowan is just going to drop and turtle. Best thing to do in that position. Well, McGowan made at least one save there. There might have been more. Hard to see from this angle. Johnson will draw for Proctor. Shot by Greenway, that's wide of the net. Greenway's going to pick it up behind the net, over to the corner. They beat Olsen, send it up high. Over to the other defender, chip it back down into the circle. They're going to send cross ice. McGowan reads that all day. Slap shot from the top of the circle. He's going to make the stick save and then glove it. Johnson on the face-off again, sends it to the corner, picked up by Burke. Burke will turn in reverse course. Burke looking to send that cross ice, but hits traffic. Ends up in front of the rails net. Johnson's going to pick it up. Johnson held up a bit there. Get turned over to Greenway. Burke, cross ice, beautiful pass over to Fish. Fish sends out wide of the net. Poke checked away by Burke. And Olsen will send that back up. We'll have an icing coming here. Brzezinski on the face-off there, sends it over to the boards. It'll go up top to Greenway. Greenway behind the net, center out front. Greenway gets a shot off, hit one of the rails sticks and deflects up over to the corner. Greenway will carry behind the net. They center right out front. McGowan gets a stick on it. Loose puck, little scrapping. Dunbar on the face-off sends it over to the boards to Kaderlik. Kaderlik will send it along the boards over to Talarico, out of Talarico's reach. Talarico will block that one. Chips it up to Simonson. Simonson moves it center. Talarico picks it up. Oh, Talarico lifts it up and around the net. Another center opportunity there by Dunbar that's broken up by Greenway. There's the head. I can. Dunbar has that poked off of his stick as he's moving across the blue line. Niemans will pick it up, chip it up along the boards. Come on, Jamie. Talarico pressures. Not able to hold it into the zone, however. Niemans behind the net, moves that up. It's going to be picked up and chipped back down by the Greenway defender. Kaderlik chips it back. Greenway's going to pick it up center. Right out front. McGowan makes the first save. Talarico will pick up the rebound. Talarico chips that up. Greenway's going to pick it up in the neutral zone, carry deep into their zone behind the net. Rails in a bit of a line change here, but everybody's out. Oh, right out front, guys. Oh. Dunbar looking cross ice there for Fish. Don't make a connection. Greenway will pick it up, send it back out into the neutral zone. Should be a Greenway icing call there. See, I know some things. I think it's intentional offsides. Intentional icing is not a thing. I think intentional offsides will bring you back all the way down though into your zone. See, I learned stuff, I think. If I'm wrong, everyone can laugh at me. Greenway will get past Burke there. Oh, that one up and hits the crossbar. Oh, Rails got lucky there. Welty carries into the zone. Welty gets a shot. Deflected by the goaltender. Center by Welty. Broken up. Oh, no. Johnson will pick it up. Ooh. Hey. Johnson got a shot on a center by Welty and immediately got attacked by Greenway. Wasn't doing anything wrong. They're having a nice friendly conversation about it though. Oh, man. Johnson and number 16 are not best friends. It's been an ongoing thing, I think. Welty's taking the face-off here for Proctor. Over to the boards. Johnson can't get past the Greenway players. Welty will come away with it. Welty! Oh, gets a shot deflected by the goaltender. Sorry, I wasn't even on the play. Welty bodied off of the puck in the corner. Fish will pick it up, send it up the boards to Burke. Burke sends it on net, hits traffic up front. Oh, loose puck behind the goaltender. Hit the pipe, it hit Johnson's skate and then hit the pipe. Oh. Greenway picked it up and cleared it out. Fish stripped near the blue line. Dunbar will pick it up, send it back in for an offsides call. Oh, that was so close. Like, it was behind the goaltender. The goaltender was out high in the crease, and puck kind of sliding towards the net, but hit the pipe. Brzezinski will take the face off here. He's flanked by Dunbar and Radzak. Katerlik and Nimmons on defense. Katerlik will chip that into the zone off of the face-off. They'll get past Katerlik. We're going to have a 3-on-1 here. Back check by Brzezinski. Excellent job. I'm biased. But Brzezinski back checks to break up the 3-on-1 with Nimmons back on defense. Dunbar bodied off of the puck there. Nimmons sends that across to Katerlik. Katerlik sends it up and out of the zone. Greenway's going to enter. Shot, that's off to the side of the net. Deflected by McGowan behind the net. Greenway's going to pick it up. Greenway circles around. Poke checked away by Brzezinski. Brzezinski up the boards to Radzak. Radzak cross ice looking for Dunbar. Broken up by Greenway, however. He's going to shoot. Always does. Deflected by McGowan. Kick save. That rebound's weird off the boards. They're going to walk in and get a shot that's far up over the net. Sent back towards the net, hits Brzezinski's stick and Nimmons' skate. Brzezinski will send that along the boards. Chipped up by Dunbar, but doesn't get out of the zone. Excellent glove save by McGowan. I don't know if that was wide of the net or not, or if that would have been in, but excellent save. I'm going to catch a highlight. Well, there's a line change here. I hit the boards weird and just deflected goofy. Oh yeah, that was in if Colby wasn't like a cat. Jennifer. Talarico overruns that one, so that ends up out of the zone. He'll pick it back up, however, circle back around. Chips it up to Dunbar. Dunbar clears a defender but loses control of the puck and loses an edge. Held in by Simonson. Chips it down to Dunbar. Dunbar will come away from the corner. Dunbar centers to Simonson out front. Loose puck. Simonson gets a shot off, but it'll be covered up. What? Yeah, I gotta assume we've got more than that. They've got shots on goal right now is showing as 13 for Proctor and 14 for Greenway, which seems a little off, but I don't know. It seems low, yeah. Maybe that they might be entering. Did I say that after the first period? Because they might be updating them after the period too. I don't recall what I said for shots on goal before. I do know that Greenway had more, I think, so that might be the same as what it was after the end of the first period, and they're updating at the end. So ignore it. We'll update you if it changes. Oh. Huh. Greenway down to the corner. Pressure by Olsen and Dunbar. They're going to strip it. Greenway's going to take it back. They're going to come away from the boards with it. Greenway centering attempt broken up by Talarico. Will send it back to the boards. Greenway gets there first. Poke checked away by Burke. Greenway had it coming off to the McGowan's glove side. They flipped it up and over the net. Oh, poked out of the zone by Simonson. Nice job. Greenway's going to get control back though in the neutral zone and circle back in. Stripped by Talarico. Talarico chips it up to Simonson. Simonson one-on-one. Talarico comes with him. Simonson tries to chip it towards the net. Greenway will break it up with a stick. Simonson behind the net. He's pinned against the boards. Talarico gets a shot off. That's going to be covered up. They can't get mad when they crash the net. I mean, they're getting chirped at for crashing the net. They're not touching the goalie or anything, but they're not liking it. That's what they got to do. Keep working that. Greenway controls off at the face-off. I'm going to send that behind the net. Pick it up in the corner. Welty stops the poke up the boards there. Looks to center. That's broken up by Greenway. Centering attempt. Up in front of the Greenway player. Runs to the corner. Katerlik picks it up. He'll send that back up the boards to Fish. Fish tries to chip around the Greenway defender. That's going to be picked off. He'll send that on net. McGowan ready for it. He'll cover it up for a whistle. I got off on the clock there. Sorry, we're at 28 seconds. I don't hear it. You can ask her to if you want. Dunbar on the face-off. Up top for Greenway. They're going to chip that towards the net. McGowan's ready for it. Flex it to the corner. Talarico to the boards. Chips it around the Greenway defender. Talarico on a hustle. Hands it off to Dunbar. Dunbar bodied off of the puck. Greenway will chip it up the boards. Come on, guys. Stop him here. Paterlick in the neutral zone. Sends it back into the Greenway zone. Talarico to the corner. Talarico looks to center. That's blocked. That'll be the whistle, the end of 2. Rails with a 3-0 lead. Does show shots on goal. Proctor 14, Greenway 16. I have no facts to say that's not accurate. Just seems off with the action here. All right, start of the third. Brzezinski on the face-off for Proctor. Greenway will control off of the face-off. They'll dump that down behind the rails net. Greenway's going to get there before Burke, but they overrun it. Burke will pin to the boards. Brzezinski will pick it up behind the net. Brzezinski looking cross ice for Dunbar, broken up by Greenway, but Dunbar will pick it back up. Radzak moves into the zone. Radzak tries to clear the defender, loses control of the puck. Greenway's going to step back. He will shoot. Tries to clear Olsen. Olsen breaks it up. Loose puck though out front for Greenway. They pick that up, flip that up and over the net to the corner. Burke will strip that. Burke carries up out of the zone. That's poked away. Hurry up, guys. Line change. Greenway will dump that to the corner. Here comes Greenway, quick out of the box. Olsen gets there, turns and sends it over to the corner to Johnson. Greenway's got to pick up the pace here, I think. Chip up looking for Johnson. Greenway will take it over. Greenway will send that to the corner. Loose puck behind the net. Burke gets there up to Dunbar. That's intercepted. That's deflected up and out of play. So face-off will be right outside of the Proctor zone here. Greenway crosses the blue line. They take a shot from over in the circle, deflected by Nimmons. going on? Brad. Johnson will carry that up out of the zone. Johnson in to the bottom of the circle. Carries it behind the net. He's stripped behind the net. Greenway will send that on point to McGowan. Oof, little rebound there, and Catterlick coming in picks it up. I'll be a little quicker here, boys. Let's go. Not anyone, just the team in general. Dunbar on the face-off for Proctor with Tallarico and Simonson. On the wings, Catterlick and Nimmons on defense. Shot from the top of the circle. McGowan will glove that, give up a little rebound though, and he'll drop that down. Oh, yeah, I guess we never did call him last night. An icing call coming here on Proctor. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Wow. Dunbar drawing for Proctor here. Greenway player chips out on net. McGowan will deflect it to the side. Sorry. One job. Up top to Greenway. They're going to get a shot. Center mass. McGowan will cover it up. Easy, guys. Greenway came in kind of poking at McGowan while he had it covered up, and Rails don't like that, of course. Off the face-off, Greenway will chip it up top. They get a quick shot. McGowan deflects that to the corner. Burke will move it up to Dunbar. Dunbar over to Simonson. Simonson up to Tallarico in traffic. Dunbar follows it up, picks it up. Dunbar chips a shot. That's going to be gloved by the goaltender. Brzezinski on the face-off for Proctor. Dunbar will pick it up. Dunbar gets a quick shot. That's gloved right away. Brzezinski moves it over to Dunbar. He'll pick it up himself, send it up to Burke. Burke circles around. Sends it on net. Brzezinski knocks it down, gets a shot. That's saved. Nimmons, or Olsen, okay, let's start over. Olsen whiffed on a shot there. It gets sent down to the corner. Greenway will pick it up. They're going to stretch that cross ice. They cleared Burke, poked away by Olsen. Sent up to Fish. Fish looking cross ice for Dunbar. That's broken up by Greenway. Fish will pick it back up in the neutral zone. It's taken off of Fish's stick. Greenway tries to send that cross ice, broken up by Dunbar. They'll pick it back up, however, poked away by Burke. Dunbar chips it up to Fish. Oh, jeez. Dunbar hit by a Greenway player coming out of the box. Yikes. Greenway's gonna move into the zone. They try to center that. Oh, that went in. Shoot, I thought that was hitting the side of the net, but it went in on the side of McGowan there. That'll get Greenway on the board. Let's go, boys. Keep working. It's all right, Kobe. You got it, bud. Greenway will pick it up off of the face-off. Johnson and Tallarico carry up the boards. Johnson shot just up and over the net. He held in by Nimmons. Nimmons sends it on point. It's stopped in the center of the circle by Greenway. They're going to head back the other direction. They're going to turn and shoot. Blocker deflection by McGowan. Catterlick picks it up behind the net, sends it up along the boards. Greenway will hold it in here. They're going to send that on net. It hits some traffic out front, deflects to the corner. High sticking call on Greenway. We'll head back down to the other end. What? I know. Dunbar drops it back to Catterlick. Catterlick pressured up near the blue line. He's going to turn it over to Greenway. Catterlick will break that up along the boards. Simonson. Free center ice. Simonson is stripped as he crosses the blue line. Dunbar gets a stick on that. Knocks it down. Dunbar will come away from the boards. Dunbar circles around behind the net. Oh, he's looking to move that up high to Nimmons. That's broken up by Greenway. Greenway is going to get there first. Nope, we got an icing call coming. Yeah, Greenway tipped that to the corner. Greenway will control off of the face-off. Back check by Tallarico. The cross-checking call coming on Dunbar. I didn't see what happened there. I'm not sure I caught it anyway, but they're going to call Dunbar for a cross-check here, so Rails will be at a 2-minute disadvantage. Yeah, didn't catch it anyway. So Rails will attempt to kill this off. We got Brzezinski on the face-off. Olsen, Burke, and Welty. Greenway gets a shot off. McGowan will glove that. Did you see that happen? I didn't either. Welty in the neutral zone. Dumps that down. Deflects right out in front of the Greenway net. Brzezinski looking to cut off that cross ice. Burke will body him off of the puck. Greenway comes away from behind the net. They're going to stretch that up to the top here. Send it back down low. Not on the same page though. Pressure by Burke. Excellent pressure by Burke. Sent up high. Shot. Stopped out front. McGowan will save that. Good job, Brody! Oh, nice. Pressure in the corner. Line change will bring out Johnson, Tallarico, Catterlick, Nimmons. 1:06 left in the Dunbar penalty. Catterlick will pick it up behind the net. Catterlick whiffs on the clearance attempt there. He had some pressure on him. Sends out up the boards. He'll be held in by Greenway. They're going to circle around near the blue line. up top. They're going to get a shot there. Lots of traffic. Hits the pipe. Post. Crossbar. Johnson tries to chip that up out of the zone. It's going to be held in along the boards by Greenway. Centering attempt broken up by Tallarico. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Greenway, they get a shot. That's going to find the back of the net to McGowan's right. It's going to pull Greenway to within 1. Let's go, Rails! So Rails had just about killed that off. Catterlick up the boards to Tallarico. Tallarico chips it past the defender. We'll have an icing call here coming. Ooh, they ran off like 5 extra seconds off of the clock there. They ran like 5 extra seconds off there. Off of the face-off. Simmons chips it up the boards. Another icing call. Dunbar on the face-off for Proctor, sent up to the Greenway defender. He gets a shot to the net, saved by McGowan, rebound up front. Catterlick gets there. Tallarico. He'll hit Simonson, stripped. Tallarico follows in behind though. Greenway will get a neutral zone. They center. Shot that's blocked by Catterlick. Tallarico chips it up and out of the zone. Knock back down. Come on, Stanley. Catterlick moves it over for Nimmons. Nimmons will send it up. Tipped by Greenway, so no icing coming. Radzak overruns that one. Dunbar in the corner. Loose puck in the corner. Greenway's going to get there. And they're moving that one up. That gets past everybody. That should be an icing. Yep. All of our parents are yelling at him to go. I think I got icing coming. Brzezinski will draw here for Proctor. He's with Radzak and Dunbar, Olsen and Burke. Brzezinski sends it to the corner. Greenway will pick it up, chip it over to the other side. The boards. Oh, shoot. They're going to get Burke on a tripping call. Went to poke, check it away, and tripped him. So Rails at another man disadvantage here. These penalties are going to hurt us. So Olsen, Brzezinski, Dunbar, and Radzak. Actually, Dunbar and Dunbar swapping out, so I stand by my first statement. Greenway will move it side to side off the face-off. They get a shot. That's wide of the net. They'll get there to the boards to pick it up. Oh, they gave, nice save by McGowan. They gave that penalty to Cohen Dunbar, who is not in the penalty box, right? Isn't that Brody in the box? Yeah, that should have been Burke. Burke is in the box, not Dunbar. Radzak and Brzezinski swapped out here for Johnson and Tallarico. Olsen will chip that to the boards to Johnson. Johnson gets a stick on it, but held in by Greenway. Greenway's going to come around the center of their circle. Shot, deflected up and over the net. Oh, here comes Greenway. They can't get a shot off. They fall and take down Johnson. They're going to send that back up top. Block shot by Johnson. Johnson will chip that up. Greenway will take control back. One minute left in the penalty. Gowan will deflect that one up and over the net. Johnson will pick it up. Johnson gets it out of the zone, but loses control. Johnson and number 16 wrapped up. Come on, guys. Come on, Mads. Walk away, bud. We have a penalty coming. I'm not sure if it's on one or both. Greenway gets a shot off. That's a whistle as Proctor touched the puck. So they're going to take Johnson. Gotta take them both on that! All right. Come on. And number 16's over there taunting him as he goes into the penalty box. How about an unsportsmanlike for that? So, Rails, 3-on-5, bad spot to be. Up by 1 with over 6 minutes left here. We got 33 seconds on the Burke penalty and 2 minutes on the Johnson penalty. Slap shot. Gowan blocked there. Greenway will move it side to side. They walk in, get a shot. That's blocked by Catterlick. Greenway will move it side to side. They walk in, get a shot. That's blocked by Catterlick. Their slap shot. McGowan will glove that. 1 second left on the penalty here. To bring the tone down with the music. All right, first penalty has expired. Burke out of the box. Burke was out of the box, snuck in behind Greenway, gets a shot, saved by the Greenway goaltender. Greenway's gonna chip that up. They get past Nimmons. Come on, Brody, keep it clean, man. Poked away by Burke. Come on, Brody, keep it clean, man. Poked away by Burke. Just over a minute left in the Johnson penalty. Just over a minute left in the Johnson penalty. So Rail's still one man down here. He's going to step in and shoot. Saved by McGowan. Rebound out front. McGowan makes a second save. Catterlick in the corner. Catterlick in the corner. Catterlick turns, sends it up the boards looking for Dunbar. Dunbar gets a stick on it, tips it past the Greenway defender. 1-on-1 for Dunbar. Dunbar looks to center that across. It's going to be knocked down by Greenway. Rail's still at a one-man disadvantage here for 30 seconds. That's a stretch pass. Oh, just out of the box for Olsen, thankfully. Center, right across the middle. Greenway can't connect on that. They're going to send that back up high. Shot and a save by McGowan. 18 seconds left here on Johnson's penalty. Let's go, Rails! Brzezinski, Olsen, Talrico swapping out for Radzak and Nimmons. Brzezinski on the face-off for Proctor. He sends that to the corner to Nimmons. Nimmons along the boards. Greenway's going to send it back low. Olsen's there. Olsen sends it along the boards over to Nimmons. Nimmons will chip it up out of the zone. Greenway will knock it down in the neutral zone. 2-1. Rails at full strength. Johnson out of the box. Greenway's going to get in past Olsen. Deflected by McGowan or up and over. It was hard to tell. Center right out front. Brzezinski will grab that one. He'll send that one down. wide of the net, so we'll have an icing call. Yeah. Well, it was right in front of the net, so I think you just want to clear it out. Brzezinski drawing for Proctor. Over to the boards. Burke scrapping, trying to get control. Greenway will pick it up. They're going to carry behind the net. Behind the net. Center up top, or shot up top to the defender. They get a shot, traffic out front, that's wide of the net. McGowan definitely screened there, so. Oh, so that was a attempt by Greenway to send it to their own players, so no icing here. One Greenway player loses an edge. Radzak centers out front. Burke will pick it up, send it down low. Radzak can't get a stick on it to get a shot off. Greenway will send it along the boards. Watch it stretch! Sorry, I know they can't hear me. I don't know why I say things. A little bit of scrapping over there. And he's sent down to the Greenway corner. Elbow thrown at Dunbar. Brzezinski and Radzak trying to pin it along the boards. Olsen will pick it up, get a shot, kick save. Rail's got to get out on the ice here quick because that was deflected to the side. Everybody was down low on the other side of the ice there. Olsen challenges. That's through Olsen's legs. McGowan just gets a kick save, deflects it to the side there. Nimmons will carry. He'll dump that into the zone, hits a Greenway skate. Nimmons picks it up. Nimmons gets a shot, rebound, picks it up. Up to Dunbar. Dunbar along the boards, chips it down. Come on, Cole, buddy, get up. We have a penalty coming on Greenway. They're going to call Greenway on the hit on Dunbar. I think that was Stanley. Karlik turns and shoots, hits the side of the net. Greenway's going to pick it up. Greenway will dump that down the ice. We'll have an icing call. Let's go, Rails! Keep the pressure up! Why are you looking at me weird every time I yell something? My assistant is getting fired today. Dunbar on the face-off for Proctor. Greenway will come away with it. Turn the music off, thank you. Talarico pressures in the corner. Greenway will send that to the boards, held in by Nimmons. Nimmons gets a shot on net, deflected by Talarico. Greenway is going to pick it up and head the other direction. Stretch to the center of the ice. Greenway gets a stick on that one. Come on, Jasper, go! Come on, come on. Nimmons drops it back to Kaderlik. Kaderlik will carry. Oh, Kaderlik, looking for Talarico. It's going to be intercepted center ice by Greenway. They get a shot. McGowan gloves that away. Send up the boards. They'll get past everybody. I think into the neutral zone. Broken up by Dunbar. Dunbar will carry in. It's an open net. Dunbar chips it on net. That's wide. So 6 on 4. Greenway has 5 players out there. Why do they have 5 players? They have 5 players out there. Oh, they pulled their goalie. Jeez. Yep, I'm special. Not very quick in the morning. Come on, guys. Greenway will pass it off. They've got it down in the corner. A lot of traffic out front. It'll be taken off by Dunbar. Dunbar flips it, hits Talarico in the back. On net to McGowan. McGowan covers up that corner tight. That'll be sent down. Whoa! Couldn't have been closer. Could have been closer, I guess. It would have hit the pipe, but just wide of the pipe there. But we got a Greenway player injured, it looks like. He's hanging onto his mouth or throat, or I'm not sure what happened there. Have a timeout coming for Proctor here. Did you see what happened to him? Yeah. hold on here. 10 seconds left in the Greenway penalty. They do have their goaltender pulled, so it'll be 5-on-5 hockey. All right, here we go. 25 seconds left in the game. Little mood music. Little mood music. I'm guessing Greenway is going to try to get it up to number 16 for a slap shot. Greenway's gonna come away with it. That one will get out of the zone. Greenway needs to get back on sides. They will. They'll circle around, enter the zone. Push to the boards by Brzezinski. Katerlik pokes it off of their stick. Niemann's behind the net. Greenway's there. They're taking it away. Centering attempt. Hits a bunch of traffic. Dunbar will pick that up and flip it out. That'll kill time. Rails will get the win. Rails gonna take the third place hardware home here. Able to hang on to that. Shots on goal, if this is accurate, which just seems crazy to me, they show Proctor with 20, Greenway with 35. So McGowan definitely increased his save percentage there, but it didn't feel that lopsided, and that the Rails would have had fewer shots, but that's what we're showing. So Rails should be getting a third place banner here, looks like, with the Hibbing logo on it.